dozens of kids running through our doors. I mean, I can't explain the excitement of these kids. And this is a program for families that are struggling financially. That, and being able to offer that program to the Laconia Head Start is just another gift that the Daniels gave to this community. If you stop by the Guilford Youth Center after school every day, you'll see 20, 30 kids playing basketball, playing ping pong, hanging out with friends, giving me a hard time. But what you're really seeing is our kids having a safe place to go following school hours. One of the greatest gifts the Daniels gave to this community. I can go on and on. I can talk about how St. Baldrick's and how they're using the youth center to raise money for children's cancer research. That will be happening this Saturday. If you have something to do, you can come and stop by. You shave your head. Their gifts continue each day, and with new and exciting programs that benefit this community, improve the quality of life for both children and adults. With this gift, they've made Guilford a better place to live. Now, like I said, I work for the church as well, and I've been part of the scholarship fund that you spoke of. And the number of kids that they have impacted over the years is just another reason why words can't describe the generosity and love they have for this community. So thank you for having me.
Just two other of the many functions that take place over there that we really need to acknowledge in this evening as well. Our Guilford High School senior prom has been held at the Youth Center for the past 2 seasons, and is also now the headquarters for our new Guilford Gut Lunch program, which we feed students and children in our community through the summer. So on and on and on, the gifts continue to come to the children in this community. So with all of that, we would have your name inscribed with our past champions, 2 of them standing to your right. Sue Allen, our initial champion for children, and Frank Weeks, who was last year's recipient. So we're very glad to have 4 of our champions standing here before us. So we have a small token for you to bring home this evening, to hang as a reminder of this evening. This will be in the district, and again, a small letter of thanks from the district to you as well.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Never know in the next one. Thank you.
Is that open? I'll stay.
Skip. Where's Billy?
Okay, brief with the remainder of the superintendent's report. You see I shared with you an email from Mr. Vlaschek he received from a Guilford Middle School student, Ava Doris.
Hi.
Ava wrote to Mr. Vlaschek, Mr. Vlaschek, thank you so much for making iRobot come to GMS. It was an amazing experience I'll never forget. It was so much fun playing with a robot. Now I definitely want to be a technological personnel or Pomp Squad personnel. Thank you very much, Ava Doris. Mr. Vlaschek and Mr. Witham had made an arrangement for a representative from the company iRobot to come to the middle school and put on a presentation for the students, and it was quite an event, very significant for our kiddos over there. Meadows Golf Tournament took place a week ago, raised over $4,000 towards the Meadows project. We'll be talking about that a little bit later in the meeting. Guilford Gut Lunch, you heard a little bit about, also is at play, and Scott is here. And if when we finish this part, we may want to his Gut Lunch report forward. More items later in the agenda on the energy management and the secondary schools consortium. So that's it for me.
So you want to do the Gut Lunch right now?
If it pleases the chair.
Sure. Scott, you want to speak about Gut Lunch?
Yes. Right now, under the umbrella of the Guilford Youth Center, we are hosting a program called Guilford Gut Lunch. It's been in the papers, and we're trying to spread the word as much as possible. It is not something that we invented. Laconia has been doing it for several years now, and we heard about it, and we visited with them. And what it does is, there are so many kids that qualify for free or reduced lunches during the school year. And then the need was, well, when school ends, do these kids have a healthy meal during the summer months? And that's what Laconia Gut Lunch started with, providing these kids with lunches throughout the summer. So we met with them and we created Guilford Gut Lunch, and it's run through the youth center, but it's really a community-based program. We've worked directly with Kent and the school board and the school nurses to try to make sure that every kid gets a healthy lunch throughout the summer months. We have a website right now, which is guilfordgutlunch.com. Families can register their child up. It's not an application process where you're denied or approved. Anyone that signs up for it will get a free lunch through the summer months. There's also an opportunity for people, members of the community, to volunteer. We need drivers, we need baggers. It really takes a large group of people to run this. We've partnered with the New Hampshire Food Bank. I know the Guilford Elementary School just Katie Bryant ran a wonderful fundraiser to raise canned goods. And it's really coming along right now, and we start in a few weeks. And we're very excited. So if you want to be involved and want to learn more about the program, you could stop by the youth center, visit the website, because we could sure use the help. Thank you.
Thank you. Do any board members have any questions on the Gut Lunch program? Thank you.
Yep.
Great. Next, we're going to move into reports. I'm going to start with the elementary school.
Great. As you can see from my report, the last week of May into the first week of June is all about assessing students and looking at their growth over the year. So most of that data is not available or ready to go to the board for this meeting. We were able to take the NEWA test for 4th grade sooner than in past years, so we're able to pull this together for the report. So I think it shows some nice growth. This, although it's not the same test, it tests the same concepts. So as you can see with our math for kneecap, we were 71% proficient for our current 4th graders. In the same cohort, same students taking the NEWA in the spring, when you look at the data, we're at 93.5% proficient. We were able to move 22 students to 5 students, so of the partially proficient or substantially below proficient, and that's what we'd like to see. So that's definitely cause for some celebration and to really show that both students and learners alike have been working hard this year. And also in reading, you can see at the kneecap we were at 66 proficient with 11 students substantially below proficient. And in the spring NEWAs, which also test reading, we're at 92% with 1 student being substantially below proficient. So that's a cause for celebration. The 4th grade teachers have all gotten this information, and kudos to the students and the teachers who have really worked hard. The next page is the benchmarks for AIMSweb. As you know, we started AIMSweb testing to benchmark the students 3 times in both math and reading. So this is grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. It shows the average performing student and how they benchmark each one of those sessions, so fall, winter, and spring. And so we've continued to increase our average performance, so that is good news. Also wanted to talk about community, lots of community events, and the students at the high school for student council came over on May 22nd, did an awesome job on the front lawn. As you probably noticed as you came in, lots of weeding, lots of yard work. They worked really hard, and it was awesome to see them come out and what a great job they did. And also the Boy Scouts were on the trail, came out beautiful. There were lots of tree limbs, and there was a huge tree across the trail, and they cut that right up, stacked it up nicely on either side. So it's been wonderful to have the community support here at the elementary school, so we want to say thank you to all of those who are involved in that. And then we also wanted to talk about a visit that several staff members and myself went to Gilmington School for the day. We met with their teachers, K, 1, 2, 3, and 4, separate time frames, and we were able to observe some classrooms and really talk to them about things that they're doing, their schedule, and We found that classroom teachers meet vertically each week, K through 2, and then they also meet as 3rd and 4th grade for 30 minutes every week, and they also meet at grade level. So that was, I thought, was very interesting. We like the idea that Spanish lessons start in kindergarten and they go all the way through. They actually partner that with art, and so that was pretty interesting to find out. And then that teachers there also do share students across grade levels if they find that they're academically ready for a 4th grade reading group, or if they're in 3rd grade. So we saw a lot of similarities, which was nice to see, and we definitely want to continue to have regular conversations with Gilmanton, have them over here, and continue that. And when I was looking at the assessments, I can't help but think about the summer slide, which is like a metaphor for falling behind in math and reading and writing skills. So trying to brainstorm some ways that we can give kids that extra boost. We have Dreambox, which is our math. We have Big Universe. We have several online resources, but we also have the Math Academy that's going on this summer. We have Title I. We have special ed tutoring. So there's lots of ways that in the summer we can help all kids not experience that summer slide and keep them going. And so we thought it'd be nice to have some kind of motivating way to first get that information out to parents, give them some resources about how to track reading minutes and how to have some fun online with math and just how much practice they should be doing over the summer. And hopefully pulling together some kind of summer slide cookout or barbecue to really motivate the kids who have been working hard all summer. So we're looking at 2 different dates in the summer to just bring kids in and really congratulate them and keep them motivated through the summer to keep working hard. Any questions?
Questions,
Danielle, on the first page where you've got the kneecap and then NEWA scores. Now the kneecap exams in the fall were actually testing the students' proficiency in 3rd grade.
That's correct.
3rd grade level. Now the NEWA in the spring, was that actually testing 4th grade?
4th grade, yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so,
It's the same students though, so,
okay.
yeah.
I understood.
Yep.
Okay, and how similar are the 2 exams? I mean, are we comparing, apples and oranges or apples and potatoes?
They're the same concepts, and what the state performance tracker does is they actually align those cut scores. So a proficient with distinction and a NEWA is aligned to what a proficient with distinction is for kneecap. So therefore, we are comparing apples to apples.
Anyone else?
Another one.
Sure.
Okay, so then on the second page where you have the Ames web, what exactly do the benchmarks mean? As I'm looking at those charts, I see improvements from the fall through the winter and the spring. But when I see a benchmark of 55.5 points in math, what does that actually mean?
So that's the number of points that they get within 8 minutes for math computation. So there's a target score of, say, 48 or 50, and in each grade level it changes, and each fall, winter, and spring the target also changes. So this is just showing the average score that the 1st grade class got in the fall was 15 on that math computation.
So this is showing improvement, but it's not necessarily showing where they stack up compared to where they're supposed to stack up.
Absolutely, it doesn't compare to the target. You can obviously pull that report out. This is just to show across the school where they're at with average scores. So you could take this next year and you can compare those 2 charts, but you're right, we have that down to the grade level and down to the classroom. Here's your kids, if it was 38, 2 of your kids did not meet the target. And we definitely have that information, we share that with the teachers.
Anyone else?
One more.
Go ahead.
And this is actually more of my annual exercise in tilting and windmills. But the best way we could avoid the summer slide would be to move from the 19th century agrarian model of not having school in summer to align ourselves with the rest of the industrialized world and actually have classes throughout the summer. Sooner or later, somebody has to make movement in this. Why not us? Why not? I'm serious, you know?
I know that.
It is really ridiculous, and it's actually hurting our kids, and there is, unless somebody convince me otherwise, I don't think there's any convincing reasons as to why we continue to follow this model, other than that's just the way we've always done it. So much for tilting at windmills yet again.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Danielle. Peter?
We're gonna make a change to our end of the year award ceremony for the seniors. What we've done, we didn't quite split it, but we will still do the traditional senior awards night on Thursday night with the bulk of it coming from our outside presenters. The bulk of the awards coming from our outside presenters. What we're going to do then the following Friday morning is have an additional award ceremony with the bulk of them coming from our in-house presenters, our department awards, teacher awards, including the Rotary. We're going to have the Rotary come and do their four-way speech award that morning as well. And the purpose for that is that, you know, I think kids go through high school not knowing what's at the end of the tunnel as far as what's available to them as far as scholarships, as far as the kind of awards that they can receive from their teachers. And I know that other schools do similar to this. You know, some schools do their awards ceremony just during the day for the whole student body, and some do the split. So we're going to try this out this year and see. And the primary purpose is for the student body to see what they can achieve. That's primary of that. I also had in here, we're working on creating a summer curriculum days for teachers, and once again we're focusing on aligning to the Common Core standards, as well as our science department will be looking at updating their science curriculum as well. And the second part of my report, Mrs. Barraza here will talk about the proposed handbook changes, which I believe King sent you folks the entire packet before.
Each year we bring forward some of the proposed handbook changes. We have very few this year. And you'll go down, there are about 5 that we're hoping to add with your approval. It has to deal with the age for dances. We want to make sure they used to be 14 and 19, and we want to make sure that they are in actual high school, because the 14-year-olds could be in middle school. So we just want to raise that to 15. Something for safety, earbuds. Some of the students in our current policy does not have earbuds in, so we'll be calling a student sometimes down the hall they can't hear because they have both of their earbuds in. So we just want to put that in there. 2 things with plagiarism, and then there's an update with the tardy policy. When a student arrives at 8 o'clock, they have to do a 1-hour detention if they're later than 8 o'clock. It says 7:45 in the handbook, so we just want to bring it up to speed to reflect our current practice.
Do we need an action on this?
Well, I'm going to ask, are there any other changes that anyone picked up? I have one. I think it's on page 2, Anthony. It says, when the first Monday of the month is a holiday, the board will meet on the second Monday. We actually are meeting on Tuesday, the day after the holiday. So if you could just change that. It's on page 2 at the very bottom. I can give you my copy. Okay.
On the occasion of Labor Day.
Right, right. Yeah. Right, seeing none, all those in favor of, go ahead.
Do we need a motion?
Yeah,
Okay, so I move we approve the proposed handbook changes.
second? Second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And student council report, I don't know which one of you are gonna, or both?
We're both going to do it.
Wonderful.
So this week and next week, we have class elections for all the students in all the grade levels. And people are sending out their petitions and getting ready for their speeches that they're going to make. And we also had our blood drive on this past Thursday. Our goal was 45 pints of blood, and we donated 55 pints. So we're really excited about that. There's a lot of students who are involved, and we're really happy that we were able to do it.
We actually had so many students that we had to turn people away just because of the time limit, which was absolutely fantastic. In addition, we also had Community Service Day, which went over really well at the elementary school, and the Gilmanton Food Pantry, where we actually helped out for the first time there. We had over 50 students help us out, which was really great. And we also had the Senior Citizen Prom, where we had 34 seniors come, and we just had a wonderful night, so that was really great. In addition, we've been wrapping up our year for Student Council. We've elected our officers for next year, and in addition, we've added Emily Hamp, if you want to give us a wave, Emily.
Hello.
She's a dedicated member of Student Council, a National Honor Society member, and very involved in her community. And she'll be joining us next year representing Student Council. So, as always, thank you so much for allowing us to present, and we're looking forward to next year.
Thank you. Any questions?
I just have a comment. I'd like to selfishly congratulate some people. We recently had a track meet, a women's track meet, and it went all very well. We had 3 girls here that competed very well, but also on Friday for 3 hours and Saturday for 3 hours, there were 4 individuals that worked through the rain, getting the track ready and everything. So let's just like to commend Matt Demko, Kathy Aldridge, Joe Wernick, and Dave Magner for the work, because it was a mess there.
It was.
They did very well.
Thank you. Also, I don't know if you were going to say something, Bridget, but tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I'd encourage everyone to attend the AP History Day. They do a presentation every year. It is an excellent evening. It's very interesting, and I hope the board members and the community will join us in supporting our students. So that will be fun. It's at the Meeting House, again, at 7 o'clock.
Croc TV.